Volcanoes are passageways in the Earth's crust that are more precisely referred to as vents. Over the course of hours, days, or even weeks, they emit lava, small fragments called tephra, or steam onto the Earth's surface. A volcano's surface-level appearance is that of a mountain or a sizable accumulation of soil with the cone, or vent, at the summit. The vent shape is caused by the years-long accumulation of ash, dust, lava, and other materials, which have been stacking up. Several volcanoes on Earth are no longer active, and there are thousands of them. Each volcano is largely unique from the others. Volcanoes can be found both on land and underwater, though most are found on the Earth's surface. And so in today's episode we are going to dig deeper into the two largest volcanoes on Earth and what if they will erupt. What exactly are underwater volcanoes? The term submarine volcano also applies to underwater volcanoes, fissures that are primarily buried beneath the surface of the Earth's oceans and from which magma can erupt are known as submarine or underwater volcanoes. In essence, underwater volcanoes operate in a very similar manner to their surface counterparts. The Pacific Ocean and other deep seas and oceans are where underwater volcanoes are most frequently found. Likewise, some of them are found in shallow water. How do underwater volcanoes form? It is crucial to first comprehend how land volcanoes typically form in order to comprehend how these underwater volcanoes are formed. The three layers that make up the Earth are the mantle, the core, and the outer crust. The mantle, which is made up of molten rock and gas known as magma, is the primary factor in the formation of volcanoes. Fault lines are weak spots, gaps, or fissures found within the crusts of the planet. When the mantle is put under a lot of pressure, especially along fault lines, a volcanic eruption is very likely to occur. The molten material that is present in the mantle layer of the Earth's surface escapes via these cracks during this eruption process as lava. When volcanoes form on land or in the water, there aren't many differences between them. Or to put it another way, submarine volcanoes are formed over time as a result of the mantle layer releasing magma rather than through fractures in the Earth's surface. The development of volcanoes can also be a result of tectonic plate collisions or separations. Larger submarine volcanoes. It seems that underwater volcanoes are rarer than volcanoes on land. The most active volcanoes on the planet are found underwater, where they are more numerous than they are on land. However, the world's underwater volcano population is still unknown, and professionals estimate there could be thousands of them dispersed underwater. Tamu Massif. The Tamu Massif now holds the record for largest underwater volcano. Around 1,600 kilometers (990 miles) east of Japan, in the northwest Pacific Ocean, is where you may find this volcano. The Tamu Massif extends across an area of 553,000 square kilometers (214,000 square miles) and is located approximately 6,500 feet (1,980 meters) below sea level. The height of this underwater volcano is likewise astounding, coming in at about 14,620 feet (4,460 meters). Based on study, it is estimated that the Tamu Massif developed between 145 million and 146 million years ago, between the late Jurassic and early Cretaceous. The first letter of the volcano's name is made up of the initials of Texas A&M University, where William Sager, one of the principal researchers, previously served as a professor of geology. The word massif, which means massive and refers to a significant portion of the Earth's crust in geology, was translated from French to English as the latter part of the volcano's name. We still don't know a lot about when the Tamu Massif last erupted. Experts do, however, think that the underwater volcano may never erupt once more. The Tamu Massif is located more than 30 kilometers (19 miles) beneath the Moho Line, which delineates the boundary between the Earth's crust and mantle. Gardner Pinnacles Pohonu. The Gardner Pinnacles Pohonu, one of the largest underwater volcanoes in the world, are another. In contrast to the Tamu Massif, A portion of this volcano may be viewed from the ocean's surface. The volcano is thought to be about 14,000 feet 52 meters from the ocean's surface and is situated in Hawaii. Its height above sea level is approximately 170 feet 52 meters. Volcano, which was first discovered as a volcano in 1820, is primarily found at tremendous depths and has a height equivalent to 5 Eiffel Towers. Due to the size of the volcano, which first formed millions of years ago, its crust has sunk several hundred miles. The volcano's name, Volcano, which translates to turtle rising for breath in Hawaiian, comes from the fact that it is mostly underwater with only a little piece visible. The latest eruption of the Volcano is unknown, similar to that of the Tamu Massif. The magma from Volcanoes, however, was the hottest recorded magma ever when it was still active, with tests showing that it was approximately 3,100 degrees Fahrenheit 1,700 degrees Celsius hot. It should be highlighted that underwater volcanic eruptions do not have the same impact as terrestrial volcanic eruptions, regardless of whether or not these underwater volcanoes ever erupted once more. An underwater volcanic eruption may have varying outcomes depending on how near it is to the water's surface. If the eruption takes place at a very deep level, the weight of the water above acts as a pressure cap. However, if the water is shallow, the eruption may heat the water and produce steam, killing any marine life that is present. Likewise, it can cause the ashes to ascend into the atmosphere, endangering the health of other animals and possibly people. However, let's see what will happen when an underwater volcano erupts. Lava flows. Numerous volcanoes lie on changing tectonic plates and accumulate pressure over many years before erupting. According to scientists, 4 out of every 5 volcanic eruptions take place underwater. However, we would need to awaken volcanoes that have lain dormant for more than 10,000 years for this event to be genuinely cataclysmic. The mid-Atlantic would experience the heaviest action as these awakening giants tore the Earth apart. However, underwater volcanoes rarely erupt in spectacular bursts. Rather, they shake their underwater surroundings by showering lava throughout the ocean floor. Acid water. The water would turn acidic when lava from more than 1 million underwater volcanoes was released into it. The destructive amount of carbon dioxide released during eruptions is to blame for this. In such a severe environment, organisms would swiftly perish. It would break at this point the food chain. Nevertheless, how may this impact life on water? New land masses. As the lava kept expanding, it created new land masses that towered over the sea. Everywhere we look, islands could suddenly appear out of the water. According to experts, this process created Iceland 70 million years ago. But if the magma stopped flowing, the recently formed islands might gradually disappear due to erosion caused by the wind and waves. Ash. Ash would blanket everything that resists this relentless degradation. Normally, each of these islands would have the necessary components to support a variety of species. Islands are essential because they serve as migrating birds' natural resting and nesting areas. The volcanic soil may also support the emergence of new microscopic life. However, all that ash would prevent both birds and organisms from establishing a home in these locations if every underwater volcano were to continuously erupt. The destruction wouldn't stop there either. Continents and entire regions would be covered in the toxic substances. An eruption in the Tonga archipelago in 2009 sent ash flying to an island more than 63 kilometers 39 miles away. Tsunamis. More catastrophic. Tsunamis may rise and destroy coasts as a result of the pressure that is released as a result of all these volcanoes exploding. After its 2021 eruption, Tonga Hapai burned so intensely that it burned a crater into the ocean floor. Likewise, it set off a tsunami that flooded the Tonga Islands with more than 18 meters 60 feet of water in a matter of minutes. Every country that is bordered by water would be at peril during these destructive global eruptions. Landslides. Underwater landslides may also wipe out marine life. The ocean floor would shift due to all the stones and ash being sprayed out. Furthermore, many organisms wouldn't be able to adapt to the altering environment. The aquatic life would be cooked by the scorching waters, and its burned remains would float to the surface as a foreboding indicator of the dangers below. You might not be safe in this new world. Regardless of where you live, the shifting of the plates during the eruptions could cause each continent to be annihilated from below. Cities located far inland may see consequences as mountain ranges obliterate entire regions and deserts flood. And so, what if you landed on a planet having much worse weather conditions all year round like the planet Jupiter? Please subscribe to Weather Collapse if you want to know more and be updated on the latest news about natural calamities or disasters happening all over the world, and don't forget to like today's video. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.